Hey, everybody, this is Mike Crow with Driving Inspector Success. I tried this yesterday and I don't think it actually went out. So we are going to try it again today. And we are episode number 14 as we get closer. I was kind of going through one of the things that I did years ago, and this was back in 2006. That was called Success Breakthroughs. It was my newsletter and January of 2006. And one of the things I said, Happy New Year, or is it? And it made me stop and think a little bit, is that here we are, it's already January 23rd when I'm doing this recording, and the month is getting close to be over. Now, the question is it your best January ever? And if it's not, well, you got to almost ask yourself, why? And here's the thing is people want to blame it on the economy. People want to blame it on the new president. People want to blame it on the changes with real estate agents. People want to blame it on something. The truth is, it's really up to us whether we're having the best year ever or not. And for most people, by the way, they make a lot of New Year's resolutions, and before the end of January, they're pretty much shot and gone. And what I want to encourage you is to learn how to set different types of New Year's resolutions. In fact, I set resolutions almost every month, every 90 days. And I do it with Krista, I do it with Jonathan so that we can kind of do some cool things. And it was kind of interesting because as I was going through this on my notes here, the other day, a friend of mine who works almost as compulsively as I do asked me, he said, Are you having fun? And I went, yeah, I am. And he went, really? Working as hard as you do? You're having fun? And I don't think that people realize that work can be fun. A lot of times people say, do the work you love. And I'm going to tell you that probably not true for the vast majority of people. And if I were to go do what I loved, probably wouldn't make very much money at it. I'm going to tell you the difference is love what you do. Love what you do. And the better you get at it, the more you're going to love it. And the better you get at it, the more fun you're going to have with it. I hope that you can see that. I had actually one of my coaches years ago. Like I said, I read this newsletter in 2006, and here's what he said. Strive to get smarter. Well, that makes sense, right? To do a lot of things better. Absolutely. To do at least one thing so well, no one else can match your skill. Wow. Set, pursue, and achieve a lot of goals. Resist status quo. Ignore less creative or ambitious people's criticisms. When you're moving up, one of the things you're going to find is you're going to get criticized over and over again, and you've got to be able to ignore that, let it go, and keep moving forward. I have, even in the last 10 years, allowed sometimes people's opinions, oh, Mike, you're not doing this well enough or that, literally stop me from doing some things that I love doing. And so I'm rebouncing from a lot of that in different things. And find something useful and immensely profitable that interests you and do it. And if you feel you must escape from your regular daily life to have fun or to be happy, sit down and reconsider your regular daily life. Now, I'm going to tell you that the way I schedule my world, I get to spend time with my dad. I get to spend time with my family. I'm going to have family night tonight, or as the family calls it, hot tub club night. Okay. But I worked on coaching calls this morning. That was a blast. Watching people do things and get their business all set up to go to the next level. And by the way, Krista and Jonathan and I recorded a new resource that we're going to be talking about at Mission 25. And the big thing about that is that it's about the KPIs for your marketing people, your client coordinators, for your inspectors. And at the point when you get ready for a general manager, even what his KPIs are. And as our business grows, we continue to refine those all the time. As we're going through, one of the things that we realized was you want to start building also systems. And so one of the things that I talked about was, do you have focus time on your calendar? And are you building something each week? Are you putting some effort into building something that makes your life easier, better in so many different directions, and maybe even some of the work you do unnecessary? And so one of the things I wrote down here was, I was installing business systems in my local business, which is my home inspector business, and helping the sales grow. one of the things that I remember, if you want greener grass, and I've told a story about this in the past, where my wife and I walked outdoors one day. She just stood there and looked at the yard, and I went, "What's wrong, Susan?" And she went, people know we live here, and I really wish we had greener grass." And I went, "Okay, I could do that." And so I called one of those fertilizing companies, had them come out and fertilize it, and they stuck this note on my door, said, "We have fertilized. Now you must water the yard, and if you don't, the fertilizer will kill the grass." That would have been interesting to know ahead of time. So I immediately pulled out the hose and I started watering the grass down and everything, and making sure that it worked. It said basically water each part of the yard about 15 minutes. And I went, "Oh, okay." And so I worked hard on that. And, I had fun for almost a whole 2 minutes. And then I realized, what the hell am I doing watering the grass? I got more important things to do in my life than to stand here and put water on the grass. And about that time, my younger son, Alex, pulled up. One of the things we try to teach people is guilt is the gift that just keeps on giving. And I said, "Alex, do you love your mother?" "Well, that's a trick question, right?" And he went, "Yeah." I said, "Well, she would love for it to have greener grass." And I had some people come out and fertilize it. And I need to water each section of the yard for about 15 minutes. Would you be willing to do that? And he went, "Yeah, sure." And then, and then he went, "Oh, you know what? We just need to go buy a sprinkler." And I went, "Yeah, but you got to move it every 15 minutes." He goes, "Oh, not a problem. I'll set the timer, on the oven here, and I'll move it every 15 minutes." And he did for a day or two. And then one morning I got up and went outside, and there was the sprinkler still going. It had been going all night long. Okay. And the water was just running down the street. Now, I don't know where you live, but they'll write you a citation or a ticket here for that. And I started walking around going, "Oh my gosh, this isn't working. What do I do now?" And I went out to an inspection and I went into the garage and I went, duh, okay. I need to install a sprinkler system. And I thought it was expensive, but I realized my water running all night long, that could be really expensive too in a couple of different directions. And so I called and started getting some bids. It was less expensive than I thought. And so I got a sprinkler set and put in place. And so one of the things I put in here is if you want greener grass, you have to water it. If you don't want to stand there every day, then you need a sprinkler system that does it for you. And of course, it just takes a few minutes a month now for me to look and test and make sure that the sprinkler system is working right. And everything just keeps on moving. And by the way, we had greener grass. Love my mother-in-law. Now, this was years ago. Love my mother-in-law. She came over. We're sitting out in the backyard next to the swimming pool. And she looks over the yard and goes, "Wow, this is just one beautiful yard." There we go. I'm a happy camper. And I looked over at Susan and she's smiling. And I'm going, "Okay, done. You got that done." And by the way, we still do everything that we did then to help us have that greener grass. We have someone come out and fertilize it, and we have someone mow it. I don't touch the yard. I don't touch the yard. Okay. I get to walk across it and I get to appreciate it, but it's because I built systems in place. Now, here's the question is, what kind of sprinkler system do you have in place for your marketing? And so the Big Bang Marketing is something I created, and I started doing it myself at first, and then I hired other people to do it. And now I have about 10 different ways that we use the Big Bang Marketing, and it all happens automatically. I don't go do any of it. And other people oversee it, make sure that it gets done. I have reports that come in and numbers because anything measured improves, and anything measured and reported on improves exponentially. Okay. And so we just keep doing that, which is why we had our best year ever in 2024. Oh, and we had our best year ever in 2023. And then 2024 was even better. And here's the cool thing is, yes, it's almost the end of January, and we're already having a better month than last January, which was our best January ever. Okay. I just want you to know it's kind of a cool thing to watch your systems be able to do that for you. Now, if you're not having your best year ever already in January, well, maybe you need to come join us. And if you are having your best year ever and you want to really kick it up a few notches, you absolutely need to come visit us. So go out to homeinspectormission.com, homeinspectormission.com, and see what kind of speakers we have and different things we have, and come join us. Because of the sponsors and because of other things, I have made this so inexpensive. It's going to totally mind boggle you. but there's an early bird special out there right now that could help you. And I don't want to see you miss that. So go out there and do that. The other thing is last night and last week, we did free webinars, and we have like a bunch of folks that have joined us and helped tell us how much they appreciated. And next Wednesday night, we are doing another free webinar. And all you have to do is go out to coachblueprint.com/Zoom, ZOOM, coachblueprint.com/Zoom. See what our next webinar is. It's going to be mostly about marketing and systems and how to move your business forward. And I would love for you to be able to join us on that and have a good time with that as well. So there's a lot of things. And here it is, the end of January. And most people are already either realizing they're having their best year ever or realizing their year is not off to the great start that they want it to be. Now is a really good time to fix the year. Let's not wait until May or June or July and heaven help, November or December. And you just can't do that. Let's get it fixed right now. And so one of the things I put down here, of course, is that no one's perfect. And of course, few people are going to be as good as you are at what you do. However, your life will be consumed by your business if you continue to try to do it all by yourself. And so you need to train, you need to hold people accountable, you need to monitor them and the process that they're doing. We sent a book out to a lot of our coaching members, and I mentioned it on the webinar, and I'll mention it again probably next webinar. I'm literally sending the book out when people sign up to come to our 3-day event, Mission 25. And so you can do that. It's a very simple thing. And you need to make sure that you're keeping it in line for all that. Well, that is just one article that I did. And it's kind of a cool thing watching people grow their business and talk with them. The coaching call this morning, it was so much fun. I was dealing with people that last year, they were only doing 4 and 5 inspections a month. And now they're doing that per week, and sometimes doing as many as 10 plus per week right now in January. And if you need more inspections, want to figure out how to put the systems in place so you automatically have more inspections, then you want to come to homeinspectormission.com and Mission 25. And the next best thing you can do to get a good head start on this is go out to coachblueprint.com/Zoom, coachblueprint.com/Zoom. And next Wednesday night, we're going to be having our next webinar from there. Well, as I love to say, and we actually have somebody on every one of our coaching calls say this at the end. Let me start this sentence and you finish it. Be successful. And then I wait for them to finish it. So be successful and be around those that are successful, because the more money you make, the more people you can help. Hey, I hope you enjoyed this. And I hope you are off to a great start in the new year. And if you are, wonderful. If you aren't, man, we can help you fix that. Okay. And if you are, we can help you do it even better, even faster, and get multipliers on what you're achieving already. So come join us. I guarantee you're going to get some great stuff from it to help you move forward. All right. Talk to you again soon. And as Christopher likes to say, make it happen.